This is Caveman Games for the NES, and this is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64. Or Ocarina of Time if you're Cody Rhodes. He said it was like one of his favorite games, or like a top 5, whatever. Anyway, this is having some issues, and they're both having issues, and that's why we're going to feature them today in Open Cart Surgery. It's been a series I've been doing for a little while now. I get them working sometimes I don't. I don't have a tech background or engineering degree. I just do it for fun. And Tanya, I hope I say your name right, Tanya. I had a friend in elementary school named Tanya, and we still chat every once in a while. Where was I going with that? Oh, sent me these games and also sent me a note. The note reads as such: my name is Tanya. I have 2 games that need open cart surgery. Caveman Games has a glitch issue that I am stumped on what to do. I sent you a picture of what it shows when you put it in. That must be this other page. That is what it does when you pop it in. Guess we'll find out. I opened the cartridge and the pens looked really good, and I cleaned it with a 1-up card. Still glitchy. Ocarina of Time has a rusted screw. Oh, I hate those. Rusted screw that I can't even open the cartridge to see what the issue is. I bought Ocarina of Time September 18th, 2016 at the Clayton County Fair in Spencer, Iowa with my boyfriend. So this game has sentimental value to me. I gave up opening the cartridge. Thanks again for taking your time to look at these cartridges for my collection. Can't wait to play them again. All right. Typically, I just say donations because I don't know when I can get to games. I did a video the other day. The games that were like stuck in the house fire or whatever, those ones, those were sent to me like 2 years ago. And I just now got around to that video. So typically I'm always like, I can't guarantee I'm working. And even if they work, like, would you even want them back? I think I'm literally sitting on a couple of games still that I was like, oh yeah, I'll send them back to you. I still haven't. So, but with a sentimental value of something like that, I'm happy to have a look, and you know, and for free too. I'm not taking any money in from it. So let's you know what? Let's start with Caveman Games. That's an interesting one, and we'll go from there. So 3.8mm security bit, it's game bit, Nintendo screwdriver. This is what I'm using. Everything I use is linked in the description below. I like to open them up first. The 1-up card will fit in there without having to open it up, but especially when I undo all the screws the way I should. There we go. Caveman Games, what an interesting game. I remember originally it was called like Caveman Olympics, and I love that name. And the Caveman Game's lame. She ain't lying. Looks pretty, but it's not working, huh? Well, let's see a glitch when I pop it in. It's in there now. Oh, you're not kidding. Oh, well, there it is. There's that screen. Music works though, so I know it wants to work. Huh. The program is fine. It's the CHR, which is this one. This chip was fine. This is the problem child. And it could probably be one of those things where, like with a multimeter, you can say, oh, I'll trace this to this and this to that. But man, looking at this, I don't see anything wrong at all. And it looks super clean. And I can try the Bright Boy. It probably won't even do any good. Because when it comes to like an error in the ROM itself, outside of like replacing the ROM, and I don't even have an EEPROM programmer anymore. I used to, but I don't even have an EEPROM programmer anymore. I'm going to do both sides just to be consistent as far as cleaning these pins go. But yeah, you know, I think you're right. I think it's just, you're better off just getting a new game. I hate to say it. You shouldn't have to. You know, or if it's one of those things where, you know, like it doesn't look like it was resoldered or anything either. You know, sometimes, you know, if like the thing is touching 2 points instead of 1, and it, you know, the information goes to both. I don't know, man. All right, here's this fluid side. This is the 1-up card that she was talking about. I already did this. I'm just gonna do this because I don't like any residue or anything laying around on the, you know, on the circuit board itself. Do 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 do. Yay! All right. Should we have a look to see? It's gonna be the same. It's the same. Wow. All right. If you have any ideas, let me know in the chat, please, or comments. You know, because I would think it would just be the CHR, right? Because I mean, the game works, the sound works. Again, everything looks fine to me, which is always kind of funny because everything looks fine to me for the most part. I can tell you if something's dirty, I guess, or if it's like a broken trace somewhere. But sometimes I'll even get like, you know, like a, you know, they'll tag me in a post on Twitter, or, you know, send me an email saying, hey, this game's not working, what's wrong with it? And they'll send me like a photo of the circuit board. I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, have you tried doing literally what I do every time in all of my videos for the last however long I've been doing this? That's all I've ever done. I'm gonna pop it in one more time. Wouldn't that be funny if that's all it took? Nope, didn't think so. Trust me, it was the same. All right, I'm gonna put this aside for now. Okay, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Boy, the label wear on this even looks like it's been sun faded. In the suns of Iowa, how does it feel to live in a state that has 4 letters and 1 consonant. Okay, so there's a rusted side. It's definitely rusted. There are some kind of like anti-rust, like, oh, if it's rusted, you can use this liquid that might help it along a little bit. It's used for almost like, you know, melting or easing into like crazy glue. Because I've had some games in the past that were like where somebody crazy glued where the screws are so nobody would open them. Could always try that, but sometimes I have gotten rusty things to open, even if I like just apply pressure and then turn the cartridge itself. Nah, not so much. Sometimes I have a napkin laying around here. No, it's loaded on my kitchen table, so it's... I don't see one. Got used Q-tips from some other games I was working on earlier. Here, let me try that. Let me try that. I think I still have some of that solution. Hold on. I couldn't find it in there. I thought I knew where it was. Turns out I don't. Oh man, why has it got to be rusty? And these games are so intricate. The Nintendo 64 games, to open them, and then there's like several stages to it. You open them, and then there's like this metal sheath, and then you have to open that up, and then do that. I'm just kind of seeing if I can kind of make some room around it so I can kind of get in there better. I don't know if this is actually helping or not, or if I'm just, think it's helping. Guess we'll find out. I can definitely hear it crunching. Is it? I hear it crunching. Got it. Okay, cool. Yay! Boy, this sure is rusty. Gross. All right, well, we got that part done. Interesting too to note that usually NES games. Where's that one I just had? No, it doesn't matter. I'll just show you this one because it's nearby. NES games have like the things on the top, that kind of little plastic thing that holds it in place, and 64 games have it on the bottom. So you have to kind of lift and then kind of manipulate from there. And then there's that metal sheath I was talking about, little metal protector, which comes with a whole new set of screws, not the Nintendo screwdriver, but just little screws here down at the bottom. Gotta make sure I remember which side goes with what. Now this part I can kind of lift like that, and then here is a Nintendo 64 game with that part there too. Like I said, there's a lot of elements to this. There's that spacer that kind of holds it level right in the center, and then here is the game itself, and here is the game itself. Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. You can see the pins down there, not looking the prettiest. We can definitely clean them up a bit with a, I'll try, you know what, I'll just go straight to the 1-up card, because I don't know how long this has been out in the sun. But, I mean, there's typical wear, so it's not like the worst thing ever, right? Oh yeah. It's usually around now where I tell you about the conventions that are coming up. Got a few of them. Eastern Washington Collector Con. That's happening in Moses Lake, Washington. That's happening on February 10th. I'll be there for that one. Little vendor fair. Just small, humble, simple. Moses Lake, of all places. But Moses Lake has Michael's, and I love Michael's in Moses Lake because they have, like, I can get, like, black salt there. I can get, like, fleur de sel, my fancy cooking salts and stuff. Love it. Like, not really for cooking, but for garnishing. I don't know. SideQuest Expo is in Portland, Oregon at the Doubletree. I have a great time every time I go, and it's a driving distance for me, so that's always good news. SideQuest Expo is March 9th and 10th. Game On Expo in Phoenix this year, not happening in August, it's happening in March, and Game On Expo March 15th and 7th, or 15th through the 17th, and I'll be there. The more I clean it with the 1-up card, the more it doesn't look like it's actually taking off the stuff I need, so I might go straight to the Bright Boy here. So never mind. Let me do the Bright Boy. This is Bright Boy. It's a brass polisher. Doesn't leave that weird residue that Brasso does. So I like it, but I also want to clean it up even after using this. Even if I don't see it, I still want to clean it up. The people who do Washington State SummerCon, which is a big old convention in Puyallup, Washington, south of Seattle, are doing Washington State Gaming Expo, and I'll be there this year for that. That should be fun. A lot of great guests coming to that one too. So looking forward to that. Since it's a Comic-Con, or since the organizers come from a Comic-Con, they have all those connections to like the video game voice actors and stuff, so that's cool. Midwest Gaming Classic is April 5th through the 7th. Wouldn't miss it. Love that one. I am not an invited guest. However, I will be at Lilac City Comic-Con in Spokane, Washington. I just bought a vendor table, so I'm just there vending. Probably, I'll bring some games too. I was looking for that 1-up card. Here it is. I'll bring some games too, but really, it'll probably be mostly like my cereal book and my custom air fresheners that I make. But I'll bring a few games too, even though I know they probably won't sell very well. Because it's a Comic-Con. People don't want to go, Utah Game Expo, I'll be there as a guest. Coming up August 9th and 10th. August 9th and 10th is a Friday, Saturday, because it's Sunday in Utah and everything's closed on Sunday. So would love to see you there too. That's going to be a great time. That's in August. And that's about it as far as being an invited guest There's more conventions later in the year. I'd love to come back to the UK as well, you know, and it's always, you know, sometimes I get messages saying, oh, come here, come here, come here. It's like, well, no, you have to tell the convention organizers to invite me there so I can, you know, so I can show up and afford it, because that's how every guest gets invited. I promise you, big name voice actors aren't just like, oh, I'm just going to show up here to hang out and have fun. It's like, no, they're gonna, you know, if I'm not at a, you know, if I'm at a, I do try to hit up one convention a year that I pay for it myself just to go and hang out and have fun. But when I can get help with, you know, getting there, that's kind of how it works. Because if I'm not there, then I'm here editing videos or hanging out with my kids or doing the dishes or something. I don't know. So if there's a convention that you really want to see me at, let those Facebook pages know, those Twitter accounts, those Instagram accounts, say, yo, you need to bring in this guy. And then they'll probably say, yo, we would love to, but he does not live in a big city, so his flight is hella expensive, which is true. I just put this thing on and I forgot to put in that little blocker thingy, this one that protects it. So hold on, I gotta undo it now. You don't really have to think about it, but you know, I have a day job as well. I like my job, I do. But I only have so much vacation time. I only have so many days vacation. So I have to really maximize any of those days off. Usually, you know, if I can take a Friday off, convention Saturday, Sunday, fly back Sunday night and back to work Monday, that usually works out pretty well. But last year, I literally ran out of vacation days and I was still gone for an extra week on top of the days I didn't have. But fortunately, where I work, you know, understood. So I was able to make it work, but I can't do it every time. All right, so I got this thing back on, got the protector, got the sheath. Now back to the back plating. I know, I should get one of those cameras that like come down in front so you can kind of see what I'm looking at. But I'm going to put the screw in the screw. That's the most sense. And, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on. I'm not going to put the... Should I put the rusty screw back? You know, I'm going to... No. You know what? I'll put the rusty screw back. I don't want to replace something and be all like, oh, hey, I fixed it for you, but I made it better. And it's like, no, I need the whole thing the way it was. So I'll put it in there, but not as super tight so you can still undo it if needed. All right, let's see if this works. I gotta hook up my 64 first. I just realized I still have my Nintendo hooked up. Let's see if it works. I hope it does. So again, right now I just have the EverCade in, or EverDrive, just so you can see it works. All right, so we know it's working. This is your rusty screw and all. Put that right there, turn it on. Boy. Wait, what? I was like, there wasn't even power going to it. Ah, there it is. Was yours not doing this? Or was it doing this? Because it looks like it's working to me. Play the whistle. Look at this nonsense. If you want to check out some more open cart surgery videos, again, I've been doing this for a year. Years and years. I have over 100 of these videos for you to binge watch right now.